folks, Chris Rainey here with the Weekly Wrap. We just want to say hello, happy Thanksgiving, and looking forward to Christmas and New Year's. We've got some exciting sales coming up. Want to tell you about, just be watching the emails, they'll come to you, and hopefully you'll take advantage of those because they're going to be really smoking hot. Next Saturday we have a Foundations Pistol class. If you have kids in from out of town, it'll be a good time for them to come take that class. And we have an FTC. So towards the end of the month, we'll probably be slowing down on classes just due to Christmas and all the things, but we'll be here for you to shoot and try to do some fun things, fun shoot type stuff for us. So when you come out, we'll have some drills and stuff ready for you. Remember the drills night on Thursday night, 6:30 to 8:30. If you want to do low light, flashlight stuff, that's the place. And Brian's doing an excellent job on that. We're back from Israel. We're glad to be back. We had a lot of fun. I was going to do another video and talk about Israel and let everybody know what it was like. I think it's something everybody ought to do. We look forward to seeing you at the range. Come shoot with us during the holiday season. We'll be here for you. Thanks a lot. Hello folks, Chris Rainey here. I wanted to talk about our Israel trip. It was a proactive defense trip, and I didn't market it real well, and a lot of people didn't know about it. I really just didn't know what to expect. On a trip like this, there's so many tours, and there were so many people over there. I'll tell you that they had their 3 millionth tourist while we were there. Netanyahu gave them a personal tour, which would be kind of cool, but you know, everywhere we went, there's 50 tour buses. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but not much. There's a lot of tours. We passed this one group at the Gladiator place, the chariot races like in Ben-Hur, right there at Caesarea Maritima. And as we were passing this line of people, I said, hey, y'all all look like church people. And they kind of stared at me and they go, y'all look like church people too. So we all had a big laugh, you know. But it was just a lot of tours going all the time, and I really didn't know what to expect, nor what should I expect, but I was a little reluctant to push this on people because I just didn't know. But here's what I learned while I was over there, and that's what I wanted to tell you. I got to see old Israel, Old Testament Israel, the places that we've read about, and I got to see some of the New Testament Israel, and then I got to see modern Israel and what that's all about and how that all works. And I just found it to be a good cross-section that was very interesting. A lot of the NGOs over there, we talked with a number of them, and they told us what they were doing in Israel and for Israel. And the Israelis are very thankful for all the help they're getting. They're surrounded, and they have peace with one neighbor, and that's Jordan. Everybody else wants to kill them. And so they're looking for any help. The fighter planes took off one night while we were around the Sea of Galilee, and our tour guide, she's a Ukrainian and migrated in '06. She's a tour guide now. I said, well, there's the sound of freedom. We hear fighter planes around Carswell all the time. And she goes, oh no, we just never know when we hear them whether it's real or not. And she immediately got on her phone checking the news feeds to see if anything's going on that she didn't know about. So a whole different mindset than what we're used to over here. But I want to tell you that one of the things that we did do starting out was to go to the Sea of Galilee. We stayed on the Sea of Galilee in a kibbutz, pretty nice rooms. I'd say 4-star accommodations, even though they say 5, but very comfortable, very nice. And every morning we get up and look at the sea. From there, got to see a couple of different groups of people. The Druze, which are Syrians. They're Islamic, but they stayed in Israel. They're Israeli citizens now, so they're very interesting. From there, Sea of Galilee, we saw Caesarea Philippi, and we went to Tiberias, which are all around the Sea of Galilee. And then from Tiberias, we sailed across the lake at sunset. It was on the Marine Corps birthday. I don't know if we put that on the video, but we had our own little, the guy leading us is a retired Marine colonel. And so John Somerville's his name. He spent 30 years over there, so very knowledgeable. And I thought it was very fitting that we had the Marine Corps birthday while we were having it here at the range. It's kind of fun. From there, we went down to Jerusalem and stayed in Jerusalem the rest of the time. And so on our way to Jerusalem, we stopped by Shiloh. Shiloh is where the tabernacle was when they had the Ark of the Covenant in the tents, and in a tent actually. And it was prescribed what its design was, how big, how tall, and all that. It stood where that thing was. You know, and the hills around it are like a natural amphitheater. They're terraced. The people camped out all around it. I guess that's probably my biggest moment I had, besides going across the Sea of Galilee. I was like, man, I'm here. I woke up to that song, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, as I turned it on the speakers in the bus as we entered the city. And we rode right up to the walls of Jerusalem. And so then we stayed there like 6 days, used that as a base of operation to see the Temple Mount. And the Temple Mount's amazing. You know how they built something like that. It's amazing. It's just monolithic stone, and it's amazing that they did that. They did the Mount of Olives. That was a touching moment. They got Jewish graves going all the way to the top that have been there for 3,000 years. Or they've been buried there for that long thing. So, you know, it's just a very good education. And I think everybody that's interested in something like this, interested in Israel, ought to go, because it was very educational. And I learned things that I thought I knew, and I kept up with it, and I'm well versed in it, but I learned a lot. I just was very impressed with the society, the country in general, and they've built a modern society. In the settled areas, in the towns, it was a 36-foot concrete wall. And people say, why do you have to have that? And he goes, well, they'll shoot over the wall because you got to be taller than the buildings back in there. And so all the violence has stopped since they built this wall. It's 455 miles long. 2% of it, or 3%, I think he said, is this concrete wall structure that surrounds the towns and the highways. 2% of it. But he said all the pictures in the news media is all the concrete walls. Look what they've done. They've built a 36-foot wall between us. But he built these processing centers that run 1,000 people through an hour, and all the Palestinians come through there to go to school, to go to work, and they're processed every morning, and they're searched. They're made sure that they're not carrying bombs. If they have any kind of question, they put them in a concrete room. And he said when it was just the soldiers standing there at the checkpoint, the soldiers were scared of them. They didn't know who was going to blow up next. So stop. Pause it. Sorry, we had to stop because of the shooting, but the wall was very interesting, and he saved a lot of lives. Our Air Force has bought this particular wall, and they put it around all our air bases overseas. And it's state of the art. It's got sensors, seismic sensors, concrete. It's just set up and well thought out with the processing centers. Processing centers are set up to take bomb blast so that everything's vented out the roof and doesn't hurt anybody. The concussion doesn't. Everybody pays $10 to get baptized. And I was like, what? That kind of irritated me. But then when I saw how many people are involved, I mean, there's 1,000 people in there every hour. And so they have these concrete brick areas, and they got these little places for everybody to do their little teaching, because everybody's going to talk about the baptism, and so after I saw that, and they had dressing rooms and showers, and I thought, and they had gowns for you to wear and towels, I thought, yeah, that's worth $10, just because I'm sure he'd be standing here in the mud and trying to sort this whole thing out.
Oh no.
But this was we stepped down in the river, and it's well thought out and well done. We're in our little section, our guys talking to us. Right beside us was Koreans, and they're talking in Korean. And then down there's the next group that's Indian, and the nations of the earth are in Israel. So then after we finished our thing, I said, well, I'm going swimming in the Jordan River. I'm here. So I swam out in the middle, Well, that started an exodus from the beach all down the line. People started swimming out there. All the people that are in the water already, all of us are swimming out in the middle of the river. I don't know if that was okay or not, but whatever. It was pretty fun. We didn't have a dove come down, but we did have a duck. A duck came down and landed right in the middle of us all and paddled around. So I was like, well, let's just take what we can get, So, but it was the Jordan River, and I had to say that was pretty cool. So the last thing we did was Masada. I thought Masada was a fortress like the Chariot City at Megiddo, but it's not. Herod built that as a prepper place. It's the ultimate prepper place. That's where all IDF Israeli army people are sworn in. It's right there at Masada. Basically, the premise is we're not going to let this happen again. And, we're not going to have to do this again. We're going to do whatever we have to keep it from happening.
So would you tell them about the Wailing Wall, the prayer wall? That was cool.
In Jerusalem, one of the things we did was go to the Wailing Wall, and that was a scheduled thing, so we didn't get there till after dark. And you go through security, a lot of armed security there. The Wailing Wall is the western wall of the old Temple Mount. It's as close to the Holy of Holies of the temple as anybody can get, where the Holy of Holies would have stood.
So if you could sum it up in just a few moments, why someone should go, would it just kind of tell us what that would be like? Should you bring your spouse, like your mother, like you did? Kind of talk to them about that.
I think everybody who's an American, probably, at least Christian, should go to Israel. I was a pilgrim. I didn't know I was a pilgrim, but I was a pilgrim like all the other people for the last 2,000 years. Pilgrims have been going there to see these sights. And I went there and saw the sights. And not only did I see the sights, but I got an education on modern Israel, what modern Israel means, and what the Old and New Testament Israel looked like. We were in the bus going somewhere every day, daylight to dark. If you don't understand what's going on in that part of the world, you need to go see it over there for yourself. And we just had a great time. And we read about all this stuff, and we actually got to see it. I was saying, hey, we're here. Can you believe that? In addition to the $4,400, you give the guide $200 for tips. They take care of all the tips. They take care of everything. You just buy lunch is all you have to do. And it couldn't be easier from our standpoint. Just to show up and they tell us what to do, and they take us around and they teach us all day long. But if you're interested in that, let me know, because I'm really thinking about putting together another trip next year, because I think it's so important what I learned. And it's a good thing for us all to study. Thank you a lot. I look forward to talking to you.